Have you ever imagined that the solution to transform your health could be hidden in, well, just a simple leaf?
It sounds a bit out there, doesn't it?
Right. A single leaf that some sources claim is capable of, like, destroying diabetes, eliminating bad cholesterol, and melting belly fat in a pretty amazing way.
Strong claims.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a closer look at a fascinating set of sources, specifically a video claiming to reveal these miraculous leaves.
Okay.
So our mission is to unpack these claims, extract the key insights about these natural powerhouses, and help you understand what properties they might possess.
Properties that could be impactful for metabolic health, cardiovascular health, weight control, all that stuff.
Exactly. We'll explore a range of powerful leaves, each with unique reported benefits, building up to the one our source calls unbeatable.
Yes, the one that supposedly alone has the power to completely transform your life. High stakes.
You could say that. We're going to dive into how these small, often overlooked natural elements could, if the claims hold true, generate a huge impact on your health, energy, and well-being.
So the source video, it presents a countdown, right? 16 leaves.
Yeah, a countdown of 16 leaves, each one acting as a true shield for your body, protecting, regulating, strengthening organs, metabolism, circulation.
Wow, okay. So each one has a specific job.
That's the idea. Cleaning arteries, balancing blood sugar, fighting inflammation, speeding up fat burning. I mean, we're talking about properties that sound almost too good to be true, right?
Definitely sounds like a lot for just leaves.
But the source promises that when you understand these effects, the potential results are simply remarkable. So let's begin our exploration. We'll start with what the source lists as number 16.
Okay, number 16 is peppermint. And beyond just being refreshing, our source suggests that regularly consuming it can naturally speed up your metabolism.
Speed up metabolism, so burning more calories even when resting.
That's the claim, which could help fight excess belly fat. But what's really interesting is its supposed impact on digestion. It's quite multifaceted.
How so?
Well, it's said to stimulate digestive enzymes, better food breakdown, basically.
Which means less fat buildup, better nutrient absorption.
Exactly. And it might even help eliminate toxins, reducing things like bloating and fluid retention.
And the source says its impact doesn't stop there, right? It mentioned blood sugar too.
Peppermint apparently has these bioactive compounds and, natural plant substances.
Right.
And these are said to help regulate blood sugar levels. So fewer dramatic sugar spikes, less fat accumulation.
And potentially a lower risk of insulin resistance. That's significant.
It is. Plus, the source credits it with lowering LDL, the bad cholesterol, while helping raise HDL, the good kind.
Which protects arteries from plaque, potentially lowering risk of heart attack or stroke. It's kind of amazing how one common leaf could supposedly touch so many bases.
Indeed. What's remarkable here is that single leaf's comprehensive approach, reportedly impacting everything from digestion to cholesterol and fluid balance, all contributing to metabolic health.
And didn't it mention something about fat breakdown too?
Yes, the active compounds are believed to activate enzymes that promote fat breakdown, particularly in the abdominal area, according to the source.
Okay. And the diuretic effect.
A mild one, yes. Helps eliminate excess fluids, reduces swelling, eases pressure on the kidneys and cardiovascular system.
Okay, fascinating. Let's move on. Number 15 in the sources list.
Number 15 is Ora Pro Novus. Not as common, maybe.
Right. What's special about this one?
Described as a nutritional gem, specifically highlighted as a great source of plant protein and really rich in dietary fibers.
Protein and fiber. So that helps with feeling full. Satiety.
Exactly. Generates satiety, helps control appetite, and contributes to burning body fat, the source claims.
And the fibers do more than that.
Oh yeah. They're said to slow down carbohydrate absorption.
Preventing those glucose spikes after eating.
Precisely. Which, again, leads to potentially less fat buildup and reduced risk of insulin resistance. Plus, better intestinal function, eliminating toxins.
And cholesterol.
Also mentioned. The soluble fibers supposedly capture excess LDL cholesterol and help get rid of it naturally. Good for arteries, good for circulation.
And antioxidants.
Yes, fights free radicals, protects cells against premature aging and inflammation, which, as the source keeps pointing out, are linked to obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular problems.
And you could use it in cooking.
Seems so. Sautés, soups, juices, salads. Mild, pleasant flavor, apparently.
Okay. Next up, number 14, sage leaf.
Sage. This one has a long history, recognized for its medicinal properties for ages.
Right. The source emphasizes its anti-inflammatory effects.
Strongly, reducing inflammation throughout the body. And this is presented as like fundamental for weight loss, blood sugar control, cardiovascular health.
Because inflammation is linked to insulin resistance and fat accumulation.
Exactly. And its bioactive compounds are said to act directly on insulin sensitivity.
Meaning cells respond better to insulin, glucose gets into cells easier.
That's the idea. Preventing those dangerous sugar spikes. So a potential ally against diabetes.
And cholesterol again.
Yes, described as efficient in lowering LDL and favoring an increase in HDL, protecting arteries.
Anything else for sage?
It's also said to stimulate bile production.
Bile for breaking down fats. Visceral fat.
That's what the source suggests. And it might even help regulate hormones linked to appetite and satiety.
Versatile. Tea seasoning.
Yep, easy to use.
Okay, number 13, holy basil.
Holy basil, described as extremely powerful for metabolic balance, rich in bioactive compounds, antioxidants.
And the source says it directly impacts blood sugar and cholesterol.
Directly.
Yeah.
Its active principles are said to help the body work more efficiently, controlling blood sugar, preventing insulin spikes.
And the anti-inflammatory aspect.
Crucial, according to the source. Combats metabolic diseases where inflammation often triggers insulin resistance, obesity, cardiovascular issues. It supposedly helps the body find a balance where burning fat becomes easier.
And cholesterol.
Credited with directly reducing LDL, protecting against fat buildup in arteries.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Like you said before, the idea that these leaves aren't just one-trick ponies. Holy basil seem to have multiple angles.
Right, the source highlights its diuretic capacity too.
Helping eliminate retained fluids, reducing swelling, that bloated feeling.
Exactly, promoting an internal cleansing effect. And beyond that, it reportedly activates enzymes that facilitate fat cell breakdown.
Speeding up weight loss, potentially.
That's the implication. Again, easy to use fresh, seasoning, salads, tea.
Okay, moving quickly now. Number 12, oregano leaf.
Oregano. Much more than just pizza seasoning, the source tells us. Powerful medicinal property is said to transform metabolic health.
How so? Antioxidants again.
Rich in antioxidants, yes.
Yeah.
Fighting oxidative stress, protecting cells against inflammation, which the source calls a villain in diabetes, high cholesterol, belly fat.
And glucose regulation.
Oregano strength, according to the source. Bioactive compounds improve insulin sensitivity, slow sugar entry into the bloodstream.
Fewer spikes, more balance.
Got it.
Cholesterol.
Presented as excellent. Reducing LDL, protecting artery walls, antioxidants might even boost HDL.
And fat loss.
May aid in body fat loss by stimulating enzymes for fat breakdown, improving digestion, plus a mild diuretic action.
Versatile again, salads, soups, meats, teas.
Green juices too.
Right. Okay, number 11, parsley leaf.
Parsley. Described as a true natural remedy disguised as a simple garnish.
A remedy for what specifically?
Fluid retention, primarily. The source claims few leaves are as effective. Powerful diuretic action eliminates excess sodium, fluids, toxins, reduces swelling, eases pressure on kidneys, and the cardiovascular system.
Wow. And blood sugar.
Also mentioned, bioactive compounds improve insulin sensitivity, reduce sugar spikes, prevent insulin resistance, making it, according to the source, a powerful ally against diabetes and belly fat.
And it cleans arteries. Like a cleaner.
That's the analogy used. Reducing LDL cholesterol, protecting against plaque buildup, and its antioxidants fight inflammation.
Plus, it's just plain nutritious, right? Vitamins, minerals.
Highly nutritious. Vitamins A, C, K, potassium, iron. Said to strengthen the immune system, improve circulation, detoxify the liver, all contributing to a faster metabolism and efficient fat burning.
This really raises an important point, doesn't it? How many common things in our kitchens might have these hidden depths? Parsley isn't just for show.
Exactly. The source presents it as a nutritional powerhouse with significant internal effects and super easy to use daily juices, salads, teas, seasoning.
All right, let's move into our next batch, expanding the spectrum. Number 10 is lemon balm.
Lemon balm, often known for being calming, right?
Yeah, but the source suggests more. Direct effect on blood sugar.
That's the claim. Its bioactive compounds are believed to improve insulin sensitivity, avoiding those sugar spikes.
And anti-inflammatory.
Powerful anti-inflammatory action, fighting chronic inflammation linked to belly fat, insulin resistance, high cholesterol. Improved metabolism, helps fat burning.
Cardiovascular benefits too.
Suggested. Reducing blood pressure, improving circulation, protecting arteries, and that calming effect. It helps fight stress.
Yeah, stress and cortisol production linked to belly fat storage. Interesting connection.
Right. helps balance that process. Plus, the source claims it helps reduce LDL cholesterol, improves digestion, eliminates toxins, controls weight.
Lots going on there. Usable in teas, juices.
Infused waters, too, for natural flavoring.
Okay. Number 9, mint.
Mint. More than just refreshing breath, the source highlights impressive medicinal properties.
Like improving digestion,
Right.
reducing gas, bloating,
Exactly. Which leads to better metabolism and fat burning, potentially.
and fluid retention.
Highlighted again. A mild but consistent diuretic effect. Eliminates excess sodium, fluids, toxins, reduces swelling, deflates the belly.
Blood sugar regulation,
Also reported, compounds improve insulin sensitivity, preventing sugar spikes.
cholesterol,
Antioxidants reduce LDL, protect arteries, improve circulation, protect the heart.
and actual fat burning.
Believed to help by stimulating digestive enzymes for efficient food processing, preventing fat buildup, and again, super versatile juices, teas, water, salads, seasoning.
Number 8, basil leaf. The regular kind, not holy basil this time.
Right, just basil. But still, the source says it hides huge medicinal potential. Bioactive compounds powerfully regulate glucose, improving cell sensitivity to insulin.
Antioxidant action too.
Strong antioxidant action. Fights free radicals, reduces inflammation, again, linked to obesity, high cholesterol, diabetes, belly fat.
Cholesterol management.
Said to be extremely efficient, reduces LDL, increases HDL, improves artery health, prevents blockages.
And it helps with stress, like an adaptogen.
Yes, acts as a natural adaptogen, helps the body cope with stress and anxiety, which, as mentioned, are major contributors to belly fat.
Improves digestion too.
Fights gas, indigestion, bloating. Super easy to include fresh in salads, hot dishes, juices, teas.
Okay, number 7, dandelion leaf.
Dandelion, often seen as just a weed, right?
Totally. But the source calls it one of the most powerful medicinal plants for detox, specifically the liver.
Primarily cleaning the liver, yes. And the source emphasizes liver health is absolutely essential for losing belly fat, controlling glucose, reducing cholesterol.
So what does this all mean for you? It's fascinating how a plant like dandelion could be performing such crucial internal cleansing, according to this source.
Besides being a powerful detoxifier, it's noted for a very efficient diuretic effect. Stimulates kidneys to eliminate excess fluids and sodium.
Reduces swelling, aids detoxification, contributes to a visible abdominal improvement.
That's just the claim. And for diabetes control, it has compounds said to help regulate blood sugar levels, prevent spikes, improve insulin response.
Cholesterol.
An excellent ally, apparently. Reduces LDL levels, cleans arteries, lowers risks of heart attacks, strokes, and it fights inflammation in arteries and the digestive system, improving metabolism for easier fat burning.
How to use it.
Tea or green juices are suggested.
All right. And finishing the section, number 6, rosemary leaf.
Rosemary, called a real medicinal powerhouse by the source, rich in antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds.
Fighting chronic inflammation, again, the villain in diabetes, high cholesterol, belly fat.
Exactly. And in terms of glucose control, the source claims rosemary acts surprisingly well. Compounds improve insulin sensitivity, lower blood sugar levels, prevent spikes.
Which prevents excess glucose turning into body fat.
That's the idea. Favors fat burning. It's also said to help reduce LDL cholesterol, cleanse arteries, promote healthier circulation. Antioxidants strengthen blood vessel walls.
And speeding up metabolism through mitochondria.
Stimulates mitochondrial function, the cell's energy factories. Makes the body use more fat as energy, reducing visceral fat.
Plus the diuretic effect.
Eliminates retained fluids, toxins, excess sodium. Promotes body cleansing, reduces swelling, improves kidney and liver health.
Okay, now we're really getting into it. The source calls this next section the peak of power. Starting with number 5, avocado leaf.
Avocado leaf, specifically, described as one of the most potent for metabolic health. Extremely powerful anti-inflammatory effects among medicinal plants.
Fighting diseases like diabetes, high cholesterol, obesity directly.
That's what the source suggests, with a direct impact on liver, kidneys, and heart health.
Glucose control.
Claimed to help reduce insulin resistance. Ensures blood sugar is properly used by cells, fewer spikes, less fat buildup, more energy.
And it's specifically mentioned liver fat.
A significant point raised by the source, yes. Fights liver fat by promoting liver cleansing and breaking down accumulated fats, directly impacting belly fat reduction and metabolism.
Cholesterol.
Reportedly lowers LDL, raises HDL, protects arteries, improves circulation, lowers cardiovascular risks, and the diuretic effect stimulates kidneys, relieves swelling, detoxifies, potentially lowers blood pressure.
A lot packed into that leaf. Okay, number 4, mango leaf.
Mango leaf. called a real natural pharmacy for metabolic control, very rich in antioxidants and bioactive compounds.
And efficient at regulating blood sugar, promoting insulin balance.
That's the main thrust, preventing sugar spikes that lead to fat accumulation, especially in the belly.
Cholesterol management too.
Crucial role, the source says. Compounds reduce LDL, protecting the cardiovascular system from plaque buildup.
And fat breakdown, lipolysis.
Claims it activates enzymes facilitating lipolysis fat cell breakdown, using reserves as energy, directly contributes to reducing visceral fat.
Anti-inflammatory.
Helps fight those silent inflammations hindering metabolism. Plus, diuretic power eliminates fluids, reduces swelling, assists detox.
Number 3, bay leaf. Just a seasoning.
Not according to this source. A true ally in promoting metabolic health. Effective in controlling glucose, cholesterol, belly fat.
Yes.
Stimulates production of digestive enzymes. Facilitates food breakdown. Prevents fat buildup. Favors faster metabolism. Reduces bloating and visceral fat.
Glucose control.
Bioactive compounds regulate blood sugar levels, improve insulin sensitivity, prevent glucose spikes.
Cholesterol.
Lowers LDL, cleans arteries, protects against blockage, strengthens cardiovascular system.
And diuretic effect.
A mild one. Eliminates excess sodium and fluids. Promotes lightness, swelling reduction, natural detox.
Okay, nearly there. Number 2, mulberry leaf.
Mulberry leaf, described as one of the most complete medicinal plants for metabolic health, rich in flavonoids and powerful antioxidants.
Acting directly on blood sugar and insulin sensitivity.
That's the claim. And it's also reported to significantly improve blood circulation by strengthening vessel walls and promoting their dilation. Better blood flow, protection against cardiovascular problems, important for controlling cholesterol and belly fat.
And cholesterol specifically.
Reduces LDL, favors increasing HDL. Protects arteries from fat plaque formation.
Metabolism activation.
Stimulates processes that help break down fat, especially in the belly area. A powerful natural weapon against excess weight and obesity, according to the source.
Fights inflammation, improves liver and kidney function. How do you use it?
Simple. Teas, capsules combined with other herbs.
Okay, we finally reached it. Number 1, the one the source calls unbeatable.
The olive leaf.
The leaf that it boldly claims can simply destroy diabetes, cholesterol, and belly fat. This is really where the source goes all in on the transformative claims.
Absolutely. And what's particularly highlighted here is that specific compound.
Oleuropein.
Oleuropein. Okay. This unique substance found mainly in the olive leaf is credited with a huge range of actions. Anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, cardioprotective, and profoundly metabolic.
So the source claims olive leaf has unmatched efficiency in regulating blood sugar, improving insulin sensitivity, preventing spikes.
Unmatched, yes. Stops excess glucose from turning into fat, especially belly fat, and protects against diabetes progression, according to the claims.
And the cholesterol claims are just as strong.
They are. States olive leaf significantly reduces LDL, the bad stuff, while helping increase HDL, the good stuff.
Cleaning arteries, improving circulation, drastically reducing risk of heart attack, stroke.
That's the picture painted. It's also credited with activating enzymes that speed up metabolism, promoting breakdown of accumulated fat, mainly in the belly and liver.
Which the source presents as essential for weight loss and protection against obesity complications.
Right. Furthermore, olive leaf is said to fiercely fight those silent inflammations that can mess with metabolism. Its high antioxidant power protects cells against premature aging, improves liver, kidney, cardiovascular function, described as a true internal cleansing.
Wow. That oleuropein compound seems to be the key factor they're focusing on.
It's definitely presented as the multi-target powerhouse that sets the olive leaf apart in this source material.
So the source basically positions the olive leaf as the ultimate answer here,
Yeah.
suggesting if there's one leaf capable of changing your life, metabolism, health, it's this one.
That's the message. And consumption is simple teas, capsules, extracts, mild flavor benefits described enthusiastically as almost miraculous.
New. Okay, so we've taken a deep dive into these 16 different leaves, each presented by our source with, a pretty wide range of reported benefits for metabolic health, cholesterol, even belly fat.
Yeah, from peppermint's metabolism boost right up to the olive leaf's claimed unbeatable power. These sources definitely suggest that natural compounds can have truly profound impacts on our well-being.
The whole idea of a miracle leaf that just destroys health issues, it's incredibly compelling, isn't it? You can see why these claims grab attention.
Absolutely. And as we've explored the information presented here, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other simple natural remedies might be hiding in plain sight?
And crucially, how do we discern the real power from the promise in the sometimes overwhelming world of natural health?
Exactly. It really makes you think about the potential of nature, for sure, but also about the importance of, well, understanding the details and maybe the science behind such bold claims.
Definitely food for thought. We hope this exploration has given you some valuable nuggets of knowledge to ponder. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.